came up to Blackwing Shooting Center yesterday to run a school attacker response course, instructor development. I'm back up today. I just finished up a private session with a local student, and this, I think, was the last semi-automatic AR type firearm left in the building. It's an M&P 1522, and I've thought about adding one of these to my collection. I've had a lot of students ask about using 22 conversions or using a dedicated 22 platform in training this spring, because of course everybody's not only concerned about being able to buy firearms right now, they're also concerned about ammunition requirements. What I tell people is, first and foremost, we've lowered our round count. So we've cut our round count by 25% across the board for all our courses for 2013. Of course, if this summer there's plenty of ammo on the shelves, prices come back down to normal, we'll probably put the round count back up to normal as well. But for now, to alleviate the concerns a lot of people have about ammunition, we've lowered round count 25%. I've even taken $50 off the cost of tuition for all of our classes for the time being, because we really don't want people to not sign up for classes later this year because they're really just worried about ammunition. One of the other things that they can do is get a dedicated 22 caliber platform for either their rifle or of course their pistol. The thing is, we want to make sure that it works just like their full-size gun. So we want to make sure that the safety works just like it should. We want to make sure that the bolt catch and bolt release works the same way, the charging handle works the same way, and of course the magazine release. We want to make sure the same thing is true for all of the handguns that might have conversion kits or be 22 caliber handguns. It doesn't make sense to carry a Glock 19 and show up to training with a Ruger Mark II or something like that. I understand people are concerned about ammunition costs, but there's a right way and a wrong way. So I came down here today, and really, if I think about what it's going to cost me to pay for 223 ammunition in today's prices, if I can find it, to take a full 2-day combat-focused carbine course, for the cost of this rifle and the 22 caliber ammunition that I'm going to shoot through that course, I'm actually going to end up saving money. Now, I prefer that somebody not take an entire course with sub-caliber rounds, with 22 conversion kit or a dedicated platform. What I usually advise people is about 50% of the course with a 22. That way you can start with full recoil with your actual firearm. In the middle, while we're doing a lot of skill development, getting a lot of repetition, we can work with the 22, and then at the end of the course, we really start looking at what your competency levels are and evaluating your ability to apply your skills. We want to go back to full power, full recoil. Make sure that we're not getting overconfident, a false sense of our ability because of how fast and easy it is generally to shoot the 22s. So these are literally the first shots that I'm going to fire out of this gun. I'm going to make sure everything is set up here properly and get that round adjusted a little bit. There we go. And again, this is the first time I'm actually loading it. Make sure that magazine's seated. Get that ready to go, and let's see how this thing feels. And we get bolt lock. That's really something I was curious about. Am I going to get bolt lock or not? I got it. I felt it. Obviously now I dropped that magazine. Don't have a drop-free magazine. Well, that's interesting. Now this, we would prefer that it drops free. I don't know if this is a malfunction or if this gun just doesn't drop its magazines. So that's fine. I'd reach back, I'd find a magazine, I'd come up, I'd find that one there, strip it out, throw another one in there, that charging handle, come back up, take the shot, or put the safety on, and continue to assess. That's really what we're looking for, is a one-to-one. Now obviously I run a red dot, so I'm going to need to either put my red dot from my primary rifle on this gun when I train with it, or set it up exactly the same way. Get the same sling, get the same rail, get exactly the same red dot. Put this together just like I have my primary gun so that my training is as realistic as possible. I have no problem with sub-calibers as a replacement when times are tough, when the ammunition prices or the ammunition availability just aren't there for us to train in a one-to-one kind of way. You just want to make sure that when you're doing that 22 caliber conversion training, when you're training with a dedicated platform like this M&P 1522, which is a very close replica, which actually works in almost exactly the same way, has the same safety, has the same magazine release, has the same charging handle, has the same bolt catch, kind of feels the same. Obviously it's a little bit lighter. The main thing here is that there is less recoil. If you're trying to train with sub-calibers with 22s out of a completely different firearm, or a firearm that works completely differently than yours, calibers, well, at the end of the day, you're really just shooting a .22. So get that training, do what you need to do to get it done. If you need to go down to a sub-caliber, if you find the opportunity to pick up a good gun that actually replicates your actual defensive firearm, or, of course, getting a conversion kit that's reliable and that works with your firearm can be a great option, especially when ammunition times are tough or the budget just doesn't allow you to go with the full power ammo.